This video is a love letter from me to you, because just a few months ago, just a few weeks ago, I was struggling with how my body drastically changed from looking a certain way to looking a certain way over a couple of months. This is how I learned to love my body and accept it as it changes, and reinvent the idea of a dream body in a way that best aligns with who I am, and it's leading to a better and happier me. And keep watching if you want to do the same. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn on the post notification bell, and come along. Let me teach you how to love yourself before you require that same love from somebody else. I know you might have heard this 1,000 million times, I know, but journaling, affirmation, they work. Take this from a mental health professional. They actually do. They work when it is consistent, when there's a goal in sight. It works when what you're doing, right, has meaning and depth to it, and you believe what you're doing and you have something to back it up, right? So your brain is a sponge, and after a couple of events happen, you pretty much start seeing things a certain way. When you start seeing yourself as unworthy, or just like not as, you know, worthy as others because you look a certain way, your brain pretty much takes all of that up, soaks it in, and gives it to you even without you asking for it. Randomly, you can just be sitting and boom, you start thinking about how my weight, my weight, my body looks like this, my stretch marks, and you carry yourself to the mirror to start visualize, to not just visualize it in your head, but also see the thing that you do not like about yourself. So that's how it works. And once you see it, there's like that's now the affirmation for you to like work on yourself even more. So that's how affirmations work. So what you're trying to do is like reverse of that, but affirm yourself positively instead of negatively. There's a way your brain can be rewired to see yourself as an absolute body that you are, that you already are, when that is all you point to yourself. Here are a few things you can say to yourself daily to make you feel like you're the best thing since sliced bread. The first affirmation, and one of my most favorite, like this is my favorite affirmation, is my dream body is the body that I have right now. Whether I lose weight or add weight, it doesn't take away from me. What matters is that I am healthy. The second one is my body is perfect for me and I love it as it is today. The third one, the last but not the least, is there is more to life than worrying about my weight, and I am ready to express that. The problem and the thing I've always hated about diet culture is that it's never about being healthy. It's usually about, when I say it's never about being healthy, I know people change their diets generally. When I'm in diet culture, okay, let me start from there. I'm talking about when people, you know, decide to go from a size to a size because of societal standards and not because of their health, but because everybody's looking a certain way and they also want to look that way. Everybody is different. We're all built different, meaning for one time of your life you're going to look different from another time of your life, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. That culture has created this false narrative that we all have to look a certain way, which is trim, to be able to fit into the standard of what beautiful is. I'm about to make a salad and, you know, just so here's the tomatoes, cabbage. I've used some of it, so I'm too lazy to cut everything out. I have my avocado. I'll just give it a fold. Apple, salad cream, which I'm going to mix with the avocado, but I'll show you. And my favorite, my lettuce. So I've seen how diet culture has pretty much affected my friends. And oh yeah, sorry. And I'm going to use a turkey. I don't know how to show you that. Start with chopping some cabbage. So in secondary school, I used to have friends that were very much affected by this. I'm not going to go into it because they're my friends. But it affected them badly, and I used to watch them, and in my head I was like, God, I really hope my friends get better and see life differently. Obviously I was skinnier, so I didn't really understand it as much as how it was for them because they were bigger, right? So but after that experience, in my head I'm like, I will stay clear from anything that has to cause me to cause harm to myself in order to look a certain way. Even when I added weight drastically between last year and this year, I decided that I would change my habits, hence the salad eating, right, and not just carbs. I decided to just change my habits of eating instead of aiming to be a certain weight. I decided to just be, change my habits, eat, not as much carbs. And I think it was more about me growing older and seeing what growing older is doing to my body, right? Because as you grow older, you're changing. The way your metabolism is different, right, from how you were before. So knowing that and having that knowledge is it's quite important actually. Honestly, if you spend all your time worrying about your weight, that is time that you would have used to do a whole lot of other things, but you're giving it into something that you cannot control. Like I said, I could not control myself adding weight in 6 months. What was happening was that I was very depressed. I was on the bed, I was eating, not exercising, not doing anything. Of course I will add weight, and I added a shit ton of weight, and this is me right now. Am I going to sulk? No, because when I was 21 and I was having depressive episodes and sulking and eating, nothing was happening to me. But at 25, all of a sudden I have a belly, and is that going to take away from me? No, it doesn't take away from the badass that I am, because it just changes the way that I look, right? And I refuse to make it change the way that I see myself, because in all of these things I am a brilliant woman, and I'm a beautiful woman, and I am a gorgeous woman. And just because I look different on the outside doesn't mean that I've changed like for the negative on the inside. Honestly, I'm going to leave you with the thing that works for almost everybody, whether they look conventionally beautiful or not, right, is faking it till you make it. Honestly, it works. Till your brain, fake it till your brain does not even know the difference between you being like, confident or not. There's a way that you will change the way you see yourself. Like, you just fake it, like, I'm confident, I'm going out, my head is up high, no matter how I look. There's a way that you will look, right? Or there's a way that you do it so much that your brain now takes that as the default. So that's what I mean to your brain doesn't know the difference. So your brain now takes that as the default, and your brain is mapped a certain way. See, you deserve to be happy about your body. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have a dream body. Right? When I mean a dream body, your body is the dream body, so you deserve to have that body and be happy about it. Honestly, some days it will be hard, very hard. Cry on those days, be sulky on those days, all of those things on those days. But you know what you do? After you sulk, after you're crying, after everything, you dust it all off, you stand up, you do those affirmations, you journal, you go back to a time where you felt even shittier and read those things that, ooh, I even felt this way this time. Have people around you that also affirm you. Have people around you that point to you the kind of good you want to see, like the kind of good that you want to believe about yourself, because some days it will be very hard for you to do it by yourself. That's why it's good to, again, have community on those days so that they can point to you the way you deserve. You deserve to have a dream body, and that's the body that you have right now, right? And making sure you present it in a way that makes you feel good is important. So whatever it is, whether it is hair that's your thing, or nails that's your thing, or clothes that's your thing, or shoes that's your thing, splurge on that thing and use it to sort of like cover up for how you're feeling, right? Until cover up how you're feeling in that moment, right? In the end, you're going to learn how to treat your present body in a way that glorifies it, but it's a journey and it takes time, and don't be too hard on yourself. This is the only body you have. Talk soon, and all my love.